Hello, friends. Welcome to Her Story. I am Katrice, and I am here at Laos Media Group. I'm excited about today because today we launch Cousins. I have my cousins in the building, and we are here today to talk about love stories. So I will pass it over to first my cousin Tess to introduce herself and say what she has to say.
Well, hello everyone. I am Tess. So let's see. And of course, Catrice is my cousin. Let's see. So where are we starting first?
Hmm. We'll get back to that. So my cousin Tess and
Hey, you guys, I'm Sharice. I'm also the cousin. How y'all doing today?
all right, and so Tess is ready to jump in. So today is our Valentine's Day edition of Her Story Cousins. And so today we are sharing stories. Listen, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yes.
And we all have had some, well, I don't know about we all, but I know we all have had some experiences. I was going to say good and bad. Yeah. So today we are here just to share our experiences. So to hear from you all, what what is probably like one of your worst Valentine's experiences? Tess?
Worst. Let me think. Now this has been many years ago. But we went out to eat, and we were at Olive Garden.
Mm-hmm.
And, everything was going good. And we were really young, too, like early 20s. So, we was just kind of getting it off the muscle. But, Charles, tell me why I had to pay for the food.
Say what?
I had to pay for the dinner. And I'm like, I was just so confused. Like, the nature of our relationship, like I said, like, we had just got out of college. We were finding our way. Career-wise and stuff like that. But, child, I had to buy the food. So, need to say that was our last Valentine.
That was your last Valentine?
With that person, yes.
So that was, so how did you get to the point of, like, you didn't know ahead of time. So when did you find out, like, when you got the bill? Like, what happened?
Yeah. Pretty much, the waitress came, and she was like, would y'all like y'all ticket? I'm sitting there quiet, like, just, and he looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he looking at me, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was like, yes, ma'am, real respectful, won't sweat or none of that, and he was just like, well, can you pay this time?
What?
And da-da-da. So, yeah.
So that was your last Valentine's Day with him?
Last.
The last.
The very last.
Wow.
The very last.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
And it's not about paying, because I don't mind paying, but
Let me know
don't
before.
invite me to
Right.
come
Exactly.
somewhere and, we having this whole, we going out for Valentine's Day. And then at the last minute, I'm the one that's paying for it.
Don't
Right.
even try to pull out the wallet. What
Like,
in the world?
excuse me. Yeah. Worst.
Worse. The worst. Wow. Okay, so Sharice.
Okay, so my experience was, it's been a long time ago, about 9 years. I went all out. I was in a relationship, a strong relationship, I thought anyway. And I went all out, y'all. I mean, I got a suite. I bought gifts.
What?
Lunch. I mean, I did it all.
The lunch? Yeah,
Lingerie
all of it.
too. Went all out. He comes, he sees everything, and he goes back out, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's going to get my stuff. Mind you, he walked in empty-handed. I'm like, he's going to get my stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And he comes back. Let me tell y'all. So, you know, like a gift shop, little basket with a little piece of teddy bear, a notepad, and a pen. Yeah, that's what he literally went and got. A last minute gift shop gift. And just like Tess, I ended up paying for the whole weekend.
Oh my God.
By the way. And it was like, what? What are we doing? And it's just, I mean, he put no thought into it, just
Right.
nothing. And, you know, it makes you feel like, dang. So, yeah, that was like the worst because it just was like, it hurt my feelings. I ain't gonna lie. But, yeah, that was the worst.
So you said a basket with a notepad and pen.
A notepad and an ink pen. Like, we were going to
What?
brainstorm, y'all. And a little piece of teddy bear. Like, I mean, what? Yeah.
He could have made something better than
Could
that.
have made something better than that.
Wow.
Yes. So, yeah, needless to say, yeah, that was... I gave him another chance after that.
You did.
Foolery. But that was the last time that I went above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like, you know, because it was like, nah. So, yeah. That was a trip.
My worst Valentine's experience. Listen. So, your girl was in love, right? Your cousin was in love. And so, and very patient. And so, there was this guy, crazy about. I thought he was the one too. So he worked a lot, right? And so he had to work on Valentine's Day. So he got there late. So we ended up meeting up late, and instead of like going out to eat, I went to pick up food, so I ordered takeout, brought it back, and we just ate in. It was like not a big deal, but he was working late. So anyway, so I got him like, did the takeout, we just ate in, got him a card. A week later, there was a message in my inbox. His baby mama that he don't like, that he don't get along with, had messaged me on Facebook. This girl was like, I found your card that you gave
What?
such and such, and that's my fiance. We are engaged. You are a home wrecker. I'm like, what? Because this is my first time hearing about this, because I knew about them, but from what he told me, they didn't even get along.
Yeah, she was just the
Like,
baby mama, not...
Just the baby mama. So listen, women out there that's dating, make sure, like, do your research.
Yes.
Do your fact checks.
Please.
Because, so I knew about the baby mama, but I didn't know that they were still, like, connected, like, romantically. This girl said they was engaged.
Wow.
So, of course, so me being naive at the time, I'm like, really? Like, no, that's not the case. Like, you're not together. Like, I was really naive.
So you was gonna tell her about her.
Yeah, I was going to tell her about her relationship.
What?
That I knew nothing about.
So, how long were y'all together? Because you said y'all, you know, you was in love. So, how long were y'all together for him to be having two relationships?
Right.
Like,
Girl. It went on for a couple years.
oh my goodness.
But the thing was that, like, I think it's a thing about, like, when people say, like, when men say, and maybe I'm going to on the deep end, but like when they say they're busy, like they have said that men, like a man is never too busy for the woman that he wants or the woman that he wants to commit to.
Never.
And I'm learning that now that I'm on the other side, but back then I was really naive. Thinking that like this man is really out here working, like
Absolutely.
he working hard, and he might have been, but he was going home to somebody else because you know we weren't in a relationship where we were in the same household.
Yeah.
So I was just believing,
Yeah.
like I trusted him, so I trusted his words and what he was saying.
Right.
So that by far was probably my worst experience because I did not know.
wow.
My heart was broken because I really thought this was the one.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
But yeah, so she really like dropped the ball, dropped the bomb on me.
Dun, dun,
But
dun.
dun dun dun, like the end, story over, love
That is
story
crazy.
ends. So, that was my worst experience. And I haven't had to, like, the crazy thing is I am a hopeless romantic. So I love. Like, but I have yet to have like that great experience. Maybe it'll happen one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But do you have like a positive, like, wow, like this was a really good experience that you can
yes.
share?
Yes, I do. Like you, I'm a hopeless romantic too. Like, I'm all about the mushy loves. I love love. I say that
Right.
all the time, and people are like, "What does that even mean?" I love love.
Yeah.
So in my current relationship, my fiance, he's amazing. He's awesome. He's like the sweetest. I would say last year, they do the thing online where they, you pick a card for what you
Yeah.
want to do.
I'm still waiting.
Right. So he got me flowers that morning, a card, my favorite chocolates, and then he comes with all these cards, and it's like pull a card, and I did it, and it was kind of like
that's
he
so sweet.
planned out the whole day. But the thing that made it so special was that all the cards, even the ones I didn't choose, were about me. It wasn't like let me slide something in there that I might like. It was everything. It was like, it made me feel like he's in tune with me and my feelings.
Appreciates just about being attentive to those things. And it's the small things. I think sometimes people think they have to spend a lot of money and like
Right.
just put some thought into
Yeah.
like your
Likes,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah. What about you, Miss Ma'am?
Same for me. My boyfriend, he real simple. Like, he don't, because I will ask him, like, sometimes I'll just ask, even though I already know in my mind, like, what I might get him. And he'll be like, whatever, or you don't really got to get me nothing. But I'm not the type of person that I'm not going to get you nothing just because you told me.
right.
Like, no. So, cologne, I've gotten him cologne. I've gotten him, I had him a robe. So I bought a robe. I think it was an UGG robe. And I got his name stitched across the bag.
That was thoughtful.
Yeah, like, real simple, real cute. What else? Watch. Just gift card for Tractor Supply.
Not the Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
Tractor Supply. Yeah, he an outside man, so he
yeah.
be a lot of hands on outside. So just little simple things.
Yeah, and it's like you said, it's really about like what the person likes. And so just being mindful and thoughtful when
Yep.
it comes to that.
Because I think a lot of times men, they'll act like, oh, it don't matter. Like, but they care. They care.
They definitely do.
And, they be looking for something. Like, they'll be like, you ain't got to get me nothing. They care. Like,
Yeah,
just
care.
remember, they do, And it makes sense. They have feelings, too. They try to
Right.
be tough, but... So, yeah. But it is hard sometimes because some men are very laid back, chill, they simple. So it goes back to what you said, like, know your man. Just know your man.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
And he be messing up some shoes too, cause like I said, he be outside. So shoes that be on the list too. Let me get him a pair of shoes. I might get him some this time. Who knows?
I hope he's not watching, but
Okay.
if he is, he just don't know which shoes.
Right.
But yeah. So for me, like I said, your girl's single, been single for a while. I have a few things that I would like to do eventually. One of those things is, so in my mind, right, I had to play it all out. Yeah. So one day I want to do like a private chef, and I want to have really have a space decorated, like, I don't know if you've seen it. It's on social media. Like, they have an Instagram. It's Norfolk. So listen, let me put y'all on Norfolk in the Sky. It's an event space where they decorate. They decorate for proposals, for dates. And so I saw that online, but just locally, like just renting a space and having it decorated, having a chef come out and have a table set up for two. And just something real intimate, real simple, but thoughtful.
Yeah.
And so that is something that's on my bucket list.
okay.
And when y'all was talking, I did think about something.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
I don't do right because listen, honestly. So I had sent this picture to somebody, and it was like, I've always wanted to do this. Like, it was a picture of the beach, and you know how they do the picnic on the beach.
Yeah.
So I had sent this to a person,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, maybe one day or something. So tell me why he planned it, but he didn't tell me, and I'm not like a spontaneous person, so he tried to surprise me.
Oh.
And he was like, be ready, first of all, and I'm not a morning person. So he was like, I'll pick you up at 8 o'clock. I was like, okay. Yeah, I woke up at 8. Guess what he did?
Oh, 8 in the morning.
In the morning.
Oh my
God.
Because this was a beach trip, right? So I was not ready. So so come around 9. Like, I text like, hey, good morning. This man already on the road.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so tell me why he passed by and he was on his way to the beach, and he was like, well, if you want to drive, who driving?
Hold up.
If you want to meet me. Oh, that was it. I think.
Meet you?
Yeah. How you gonna ask me to go somewhere? First of all, I didn't know the details of the day, but because he wanted to stay on his time schedule, he was gonna leave me and think that I was gonna meet him later. But initially, it was a good idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a good idea because his plan was to do the beach
thing.
picnic.
Okay.
But the man left me, y'all. He was like, drive up to the beach, and he sent me, listen, I'm embarrassed to tell this story, but why he sent me a picture of, like, him being on the boat? Because, like, he had now, I give it to him, like, he had a date planned out, a day planned out. But how do you leave me and still go?
Child, if I'm not there, it ain't no date.
It ain't.
So
It's like,
what?
Yeah. That would have been a very nice date if I was there, but
Child,
the man
goodbye.
left
But he
me.
left you and wanted you to meet him.
How is you gonna leave your date and you're doing it for her?
It's not.
And he thought that was
Yeah.
Like, did he even attempt to come
like,
by? Did he come by
Right.
to attempt to get you?
He did call and he did text, but he
Right.
felt he was justified because of the timing piece. But listen, sir, it was a good idea, but you left me. So
Bad
he
execution.
probably went back on the block list. I ain't gonna lie, I got a block list.
Like, good idea,
Oh,
bad
yeah.
execution. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
Very. I'm telling you, like, I've had a lot of crazy experiences with dating and relationships, but I'm still hopeful. Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up. If you all have like last thoughts, words, Valentine's Day is coming up, and we want you all to just really like. First of all, let me say, because for my singles, do not be discouraged. Like, I do have plans of taking myself out. Like, I've already, like, made up my mind. So, don't stay in.
Yeah.
And, look, you have the advantage because depending on where you go, you can sit in the bar area. You don't have to wait to be seated. Like, sis,
Right.
go to the
Yes.
bar. Like, treat yourself. Have a drink. Eat, drink, be merry, be happy.
Absolutely.
Don't allow, listen, and another thing, don't allow social media to have you in your feelings.
No.
Because I can promise you, it's people that's in relationships, that's engaged, that's married. Some of them be hopping in people's inboxes, but I will not expose people on today. But yeah, just don't be discouraged. Like, definitely treat yourself, take yourself
Absolutely.
out. Like,
and not even, it don't even, a lot of people feel like Valentine's Day is solely for boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever, whatever. Valentine's Day is for love, for
Absolutely.
anyone. It could be for your mother, for your dad, for your kids.
Yep, your kids.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Whoever. Like, it's just for you to spread love.
Right.
That's it at the end of the day.
And like she said, if you're single, like, make sure you're loving yourself first anyway. So like Katrice said, you know, go on a date. Like, take yourself out. Just take a day to yourself, unwind or whatever it may be. But like she said, do not get caught up in social media.
Please.
Because a lot of times it's not even real. Like, literally,
really.
someone could post the happiest picture, but they were just crying 5 minutes ago. Like, they could make it seem good, but then they end up spending Valentine's Day by themselves. So,
Yes.
don't get caught up in that, like she said. And if you're single, love on yourself. If you have someone, show them that you love them, appreciate them.
Absolutely.
You know, so, definitely.
So we're gonna go to, what are you on Facebook? Do we have any comments or questions before we go?
Somebody said they got a question for the girl in the green.
Okay. Did they ask the question?
No, somebody said the green orange would be my Valentine.
Oh.
Hey, let's make a little connection.
Look, right?
We're gonna see what Fonte can set up. We might, I don't know. We'll see. We'll talk. Any other questions or comments? No. All right. Well, we appreciate you all for joining. Listen, we don't know when we'll be back, but definitely follow Lyles Media Group. Cousins, let me know. Do I need to keep these cousins? Do I need to
Yes.
like who's gonna be in rotation? Cause I have like my first of all, my family is wonderful. Let me say that.
Yes.
When I say I love my cousins, we all have different personalities, and the conversations are always crazy. So I have a few others that may be on at some point, but let us know. Like, do you want to see us again? Like, did you enjoy the show? And definitely drop your comments, your questions, and we'll go back and make sure that we answer your comments, your questions. And stay tuned. Follow Lyles Media Group on Facebook. There it is, Lyles Media Group. Follow them on Facebook. Subscribe to their YouTube channel. And be on the lookout. Your girls will be back. We've enjoyed this conversation. I appreciate you both.
Yes.
I love you both.
Thank you for having us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
So stay tuned for the next episode of Cousins.